What's up guys, Mike here, the Detroit Borg, with a quick review of the Speck CandyShell Flip for the iPhone 5, which is basically the popular CandyShell case with a hinge so you can open up the bottom of the case for easy docking with accessories. Now this case is available in a wide variety of two-tone colors for $34.99, and the version I have here is the white/pebble/charcoal color. Now the packaging itself is kind of interesting. You can actually open up the back of the package to handle the case so you can determine if you like the feel of the case before you buy it. Now there are no accessories with this case like screen shields, just a small pamphlet for warranty information. Now looking closely at the case, we can see that we have a soft inner liner which wraps the phone and adds a lot of shock protection. This also does a good job sealing up the phone and stabilizing dirt so it doesn't allow dirt to grind against the phone's casing. Now the material also wraps the buttons, which seals them up but allows you full tactile feedback through the casing. Now installing the phone is very easy. Just drop into place. Usually button side first is best, and it will snap into place. Just snap around the edges. Now the hard shell does a very nice job holding the softer material nice and snug against the phone without flexing. Now like all CandyShell cases, we have a nice lip around the front to protect the glass. So if you lay this face down, it will keep the glass off the surface of the table so you won't scratch it. Now on the back, we have a hard glossy polycarbonate material with Speck branding. And along the edges, you'll see the joints, or at least around the corners, you'll see the joints that allow the case to flex for insulation and to absorb impacts. Now the camera cutout is also quite large with an anti-reflective ring around it to prevent glare from the camera flash, which works pretty effectively. Now along the side we'll find our covered buttons protruding through the hard plastic. Now the button feedback is excellent. There is no numbness there, so you can really feel the click of the buttons through the casing. And there's also plenty of room to operate the mute switch. Now along the bottom we'll find the oversized cutouts for the lightning connector and headphone jack, along with perforations for the microphone and speakers. Now unfortunately these perforations do not line up with the holes on the speakers and microphones on the phone itself, but audio and microphone performance is not affected by the case. Now the big feature here is the flap, which lets you open the case for docking with accessories. Now it's fairly easy to open and close, and the grippable material prevents the phone from moving around when the bottom of the case is open. The hinge will also completely fold back, so you can fold it back flat against the back of the case. Now when the hinge is closed, you can see that there is a very tight seal around the edge of the phone to prevent water or dirt from getting inside. So even though you have a hinge there, there are no noticeable weak points. Now the flip out feature is particularly useful for the Lightning to 30-pin dock adapter, which won't fit most cases. So for example, I can use my Lightning adapter with my existing Apple Universal dock without the need to completely remove the case. Now overall, the combination of the glossy plastic and grippable rubber makes the case feel very nice to handle, although the glossy plastic has a tendency to scratch over time. So hopefully it'll introduce something with a satin finish, which tends to be a little more durable. Now the only thing to consider here is the fact that the rubber material is pretty grippy, so it does have a tendency to pick up lint or dirt, so that's definitely a drawback there. Now I'm a big fan of the CandyShell case, so I think if you combine this flip out feature with the existing CandyShell design with that hard outer layer with the softer inner layer, which does a good job protecting all of the buttons, it provides a lot of shock protection and a very sleek minimal package which doesn't add a lot of bulk to the phone, I think you have a winning solution here for a lot of people. So that's going to do for me guys in this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one.